Well, April is also a busy month. Spring is a busy season for our friends at the Birthplace of Country Music Museum. All kinds of activities and events. And here with a rundown, our good friend Charlene Tipton Baker, Communications Manager. Welcome back to Daytime.
Well, thanks for having me.
It's funny, we were talking about just when spring hits, all the different events and activities, everything really opens up. And you guys have a lot going on.
Well, we usually do. Even, and seasonal, live music will be back really soon, which we're excited about. But right now, our Radio Bristol fund drive is going on. Today, we have some things in the studio, so give money to our radio station. It's a really great station. But tonight also, two things, 2 days, yes.
In one day.
In one day.
Big
Stay
place.
with us. Tonight, we'll have our speaker session with members of the Barter Theater. I don't know if you know that Barter is redoing Keep on the Sunny Side, the story of the Carter family. And it's such an amazing play. We're really excited to have the playwright, Doug Pope, will be there tonight at the museum at 7 o'clock. The director, Nick Piper, Eugene Wolfe, who we love, members of the cast. And they'll talk about the history of the play. They might sing some songs, their collaboration with the Carter family to actually create the play, which, that historical accuracy is always important to us. But it'll be a really neat event. You can be there in person or, join via Zoom if you can't get there. It's at 7 o'clock. Just RSVP through our website. Go to our events page at birthplaceofcountrymusic.org, or you can register to get the Zoom link so you can join and just join the conversation there. But I think it's going to be really fun. And the Keep on the Sunny Side play at the Barter, that's going to start April 22nd or 23rd through May 20th. So you have an opportunity to get a little preview of the play if you haven't seen it. Those of us who have, it's a really special event. We love the Barter. It's there's not a better place to see a play than the Barter.
Yeah. And to hear it from Eugene Wolfe's perspective, too, I think he brings that neat, just that honest, genuine, powerful when he is talking about it and being in it. And, of course, retired, so coming back. So it's the heart is in it.
It is. And he's not part of the cast this year, but he did work with their vocal. I don't know if it's vocal coaching.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the correct title is, but I know he's worked with the cast on this play because he's done it so many years. And who doesn't love Eugene? He's just one of our region's great talents, as far as singing or songwriting, his one-man play. We just love him. But I'm really excited to hear from the cast and all of the people who are involved, just because the behind the scenes of anything. I'm all about stuff like that. So I hope people will just join us tonight for that speaker session.
And the local story. It's nice. It's free. Yeah. It's right there at the museum. And then to hear the connection, which we always love, just bringing that story to life from our area. And obviously back from lots of demand when they did it the first time.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so that's coming up tonight. Then you've also got a film screening coming up later this month.
Yes, and also free, so totally come. The Songcatcher movie, if you don't remember the film, a very handsome Aidan Quinn, who I just, even today, I think he's still very dreamy, those blue eyes. And Janet McTeer star in this film. It's an RSVP situation. If you want to come, just let us know you're coming via RSVP, but it's totally free. And, it's part of companion programming to our Women in Old Time Music special exhibit. So if you haven't seen that, take a day, take the afternoon, go see the special exhibit, come and see the free screening. It's a really great movie. And, it's about a woman who, she's trying to earn her street cred as a university researcher. So she decides she's going to go into the Appalachian Mountains and she's going to collect songs and, for historical reasons. And then she meets, this fabulous, songwriter and Appalachian man, and she learns a lot more about the culture, and she kind of questions her motives, I guess, behind what she's doing. It's a really interesting film, and it goes great with the special exhibit. So come and see it. If you haven't seen it on a screen in a while, of course you can rent it, but come see it with us. Come
on the big screen. You've got a bigger screen.
We've got a big screen, the Performance Theater.
And of course you mentioned the exhibit, which I haven't gotten to see it yet, but having Renee Rogers here talking about it sounds just incredible, the work that went on behind the scenes, as we were talking about, which is always a neat perspective on this exhibit.
And we have, one of the people who helped create it, who's also in the exhibit, you know, she's coming to town in a couple of weeks, and she'll get to see it for the first time. She wasn't able to come for the opening. And, you know, when Amethyst was there for the grand opening, and the ladies who are also part of the exhibit with the Real World Travelers, you know, it's really unique to hear them speak on just, you know, giving a voice to these women who were so instrumental in the development of country music, because old time came first, then bluegrass, and then the evolution of country and what we see today. So these women were true trailblazers. Many of their stories are told maybe in the Smithsonian archives or the folkways, and they're not very well known. So to have all of those stories, even though there's even more stories we could have told, in one place, and to be able to have an exhibit that will travel beyond at some point, you know, once it's done in Bristol, we're going to try to get it out there to as many places as will take it. So, you know, we're coming off of Women's History Month, which is a pretty significant time, but we should be talking about these stories year round, always. So I'm really proud to be part of that.
Yeah, I love the work that was done behind the scenes to bring this out, and I'm sure just what an incredible collaboration to like learn about all of this and look what I found and look what I found and putting it all together. Great opportunity.
And then living in a community where we have so many women who are carrying on those traditions, like Amethyst or, you know, Martha Spencer, who are in the exhibit, and these are people that you can meet and talk to, and their experiences are so valuable. So it's a treat. Go see it.
Go see it.
I hope we talked it up enough.
Yes, I think we did. Okay, lots of things to see and do at the Birthplace of Country Music. Once again, we're going to start with Radio Bristol's Fund Drive. That is happening today. A great opportunity today and tomorrow to support local radio. Also, don't forget then tonight is that speaker series that we were talking about. Keep on the sunny side. Going to be a great event. For more information on all that is happening, you can always check out their website as well, birthplaceofcountrymusic.org. Charlene, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Amy.